Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Gets into space at the 50. So what a huge call in this game. Wipe away the first down with the offensive pass interference call and back them up 15. First down here for this offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 25. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Utah.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield, and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And there's a penalty marker down on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense is backed up here, beginning in the shadow of their own end zone. Try to run it up the middle, but get...
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
When the linebacker is really the quarterback of the defense on this play, diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Short throw complete to the tight end. Brought down, but broken tackle produces solid gain there.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
The Utes trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Looking to score with a run to the right. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. They're going to run it. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackle at the 26.
Great job on the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
How about this call here by this offensive coordinator? They're down early in this game, third down and long. The last thing they can afford to do is have to punt the ball. But they show you why they love this back. Get his hands on the football, and he picks up the first down. Unbelievable call.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finding some room with the 25. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But it's tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Trying for the touchdown on the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
He's swarmed by the defense.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, What a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive and you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffs. And they get set now to try the PAT. To make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
And the Utes offense takes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They get him down, but he gets the ball across the 10-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Try and muscle for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. We expect the teams have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a 4th down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking for a deep completion. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Utah. Strong game by this quarterback.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person who's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And the Buffalo starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Caught quickly. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. That's just an egregious late hit. Obvious roughing the passer. And the Buffaloes line it up with 1st and goal. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. 2nd down and goal upcoming. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
grab behind the line. It's Davis. And the defense swarms him. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, staying holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, that's another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Utes with 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Pressure is coming. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. The Buffaloes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's looking deep here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Oh, my gosh, would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield, he misses him. That's where you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. 2nd down play coming up. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Utes will kick it off to begin the second half. To a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers. And he's brought down after a decent return out of the 31. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Running through the tackle. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Back's got it again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
The shotgun running play call. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And the Buffaloes churn out another first down. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. They also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They're going to run it here. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You can really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Running play called on third and short. He shreds the tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. And the Buffaloes will crank up the tempo. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Colorado. Still plenty of life left. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Automatic in the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? He moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And the Utes have first and 10 here. Tailback with another carry.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Crucial third down play right here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's going for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. snap, looking to throw here. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Buffaloes. No chance to catch him. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Utah offense takes the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. When they bring him down, that's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the Buffaloes offense is back out there on the field. Gives it to the back. Powers through the tackle.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early down to stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Ball handed off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And the field goal is good. And they take the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Boy, there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Utah offense takes the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Handoff in a single back formation. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Utes. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Chris, what a great job. What a celebration by this offense. They worked so hard to get it close enough. They punch it in behind that offensive line, and now they've got the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the kick goes out of bounds. Good starting field position for the offense and puts a little extra pressure on the defense now. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Chris. About this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Offense comes out needing a score in this one-possession game. He hands it off from the gun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
And the tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game. The offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Buffs, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
BAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Utah. They have jumped in front in the final minute. Well, just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need your guy to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today, Kirk.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
And they tack on the extra point. So after taking the lead here very late, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can just seal the win. This is a squib kick, picked up by one of the up men. They get it down at the 39-yard line after an excellent return. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they've got him. A sack to end the game. The protection breaks down and the defense wins it on the final play. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this